Well, that is the devastating sight of Elfyn Evans' Yaris Rally 1 car. It is the penultimate stage of the rally. We're a corner or two into that penultimate stage, and as you can see, it has all gone absolutely wrong for Elfyn and Scott Martin. You know, this is the thing, we've seen it a number of times this weekend. You take an impact on a tree and just look at the devastation. Come this way, BK, just take a look at the devastation here on the rear left. You know, that upright completely severed from the hub. That's a heavy, heavy impact indeed. And as you can see, that car is absolutely going nowhere at all. You know, Elfyn was absolutely focused on scoring maximum points today in terms of the Super Sunday, and he was doing good. He was pushing well. Was he pushing too hard? Has he been caught out by something? I don't know, but that, in terms of this year's championship, is a major, major blow for Elfyn Evans. It's also a major blow for Toyota in terms of the Manufacturers' Championship, because we're hearing more news that we'll bring to you shortly about Kalle Rovanperä. What we will try and do as we have a look around this car, and yeah, it is a horrible sight. We have sight of Scott Martin. He's on the other side of the road, and Elfyn Evans is somewhere here. Both crew are absolutely fine. Let's see if we can catch up with Scott and Elfyn, see if we can get a quick word with our crew from this stricken Toyota. Elfyn, it's a terrible sight, it really is, particularly as it's the penultimate stage of the rally. Just explain to us what's happened. It looks like the first corner of the penultimate stage. What's happened?
Yeah, it's the first corner. I had a little bit of understeer on the way in, took a lift, and then it's had a bit more of a violent correction than what I'd anticipated, let's say. So yeah, fired us off into the ditch and then across the other side of the road, and that's the end result, unfortunately.
You know, the first two stages this morning seemed to be going your way. There was a bit of pressure on you, clearly, after what happened. It was no fault of your own yesterday. You know, how hard were you pushing out there this morning? Was it a little too hard, perhaps?
Well, this would suggest so, but in fairness, it didn't feel so crazy in the car this morning. This corner we managed it flat this morning, so I think that's the bit that's maybe caught us out there, I would say.
That's surprising, isn't it? That's really surprising saying that. Elfyn, what does it mean for the championship? Obviously, Oit had problems on Friday. You've now had problems through the whole weekend. What does it mean now in terms of the championship?
It's looking more and more difficult now. That sure, it was already, let's say, a gap we were not satisfied with, but definitely within reach. But now, obviously, with this, it's definitely not helped at all. But with 4 rallies left to go, we still, anything can happen in this game, and we have to just keep going.
There's no driver in the WRC right now more capable of, separating incidents, compartmentalising every single stage. Is it possible to put this behind you? You have 4 weeks. Is that a good thing or a bad thing before the next rally, to try and just revise, rework, get ready for it?
I don't think it makes so much difference in a way. I think anyway we're heading to a very different event now. Of course, it's a weekend that's gone from bad to worse. But yeah, in the end, there's not much, other than to go to the next rally and see what we can do.